earnings season. In fact, get a recap maybe post that as well. But let's focus on Mahindra Mahindra. The XUV 400 EV is upcoming and the highly anticipated electric XUV from Mahindra Mahindra. Well, the auto major will start bookings of this new vehicle on January 25th. This particular segment will offer a range of around 456 kilometers on a single full charge as per Indian driving cycle, with a peak power of around 149.5 PS and a max torque of around 310 Nm. Sonia caught up with Rajesh Jejurikar, the ED auto and farm sectors at Mahindra Mahindra, and began by asking about the business opportunities in the EV space. Let's hear him out.
Very excited, and we'll start test drives and bookings very soon, middle of Jan. And test drives, and we'll announce the price middle of Jan and start bookings towards the end of Jan.
Okay, this was the first time I drove the car.
Yeah.
And it does not disappoint.
Yeah.
I've driven a couple of EVs, and it's an absolutely new segment that you're getting into.
Yeah.
I remember you telling us a while back that, this C category segment has an opportunity of about 30,000 vehicles. B category has 60,000, so it's a cumulative 90,000 units in the ICE engine segment.
Right.
And now you're hoping for that transition to happen to EVs. Will that take a lot of time?
So, yeah, you're right. So 90,000 is the segment size, and the penetration in C is like less than 1% right now of EVs, and it's 2 to 3% in B. So it's a very big opportunity by way of ability to convert. And, as we thought about segmentation here, there are multiple different reasons why people may want an EV. It could be because you just need to be close by. So you're a doctor or a lawyer, you live here and you want to get to your place of work. It's not a lot of running, so you don't get worried about range too much. Then there's those who just want to buy because they want to optimize costs. And then there's those who want to buy EV because it's also a lifestyle statement. The experience you've just driven in this, and you'll realize that it's a totally different experience of how you feel when you're driving it, the level of comfort. Of course, the noise is noiseless, and the pep we'll go for a spin in it. I guess you're going to drive some more.
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to it. And
I don't want you to try it, but you can do 0 to 100 in 8.3 seconds.
8.3 seconds. That's fast.
Yeah, that's even faster than XUV 700, by the way.
And the total, there's absolutely no range anxiety with this one, right? I think it's a 460 kilometer range.
Yeah, 460 is under the test conditions, but obviously when you drive on road, depending on what conditions you're driving in, you'll get something maybe lower, but 456 is what we have on the test condition.
Okay, so the pricing is not out yet, but I do know there are reports suggesting it's between 17 and 20 lakhs.
Wow, you know everything.
I do my research well. But this is a segment that's in a slightly premium EV side. There are, of course, cheaper ones as well. Are you looking to target the lower range anytime soon?
No, we are not looking to target a lower range because, like I said, the market is really B2C. C itself is a large market. The current C segment market is about 30,000 a month, you said. So that's a large market to, look at trying to drive EV conversion. And even B has a big market. We are focusing on living true to our brand purpose and brand value, which is really to give vehicles which are fun, authentic, adventure ready. And this is that. So when you drive it, you're going to get an experience which is exhilarating. So we don't want to get into the, so to say, shared mobility segment with electric and play in the fleets and cabs. That's not the segment we are playing in. This is personal use for those who are looking for a lot of fun. In fact, the modes are called fun, fast and furious.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you go into the third mode, which is furious, you literally fly.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that with my seatbelt on for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But you tried something different this time, right? 3 months ago in September you launched it, and then you had these customer experiences that you did for 3 months before booking.
Yeah.
Did that work out differently, and what was the response from customers?
Yeah, so the reason for doing that, it's a new category. We want to spend time understanding, interacting with customers, getting feedback. So we've done all of that. And we feel now is the time to open it up for large-scale test drives and announce the price and then do bookings a few weeks later.
And have you gone from 0 to 100 in 8.3 seconds?
I have, on the test track though.
Tell us a little bit about what the near-term plans are in the SUV space. What kind of market share are you targeting, both in EVs as well as in ICE engines? What are you looking at?
So, we are focusing in, now I'm talking about SUV broadly, we are focusing on what we're calling revenue market share. The reason we say that is our average selling price is roughly twice that of the most other players in the industry, right? So volume by itself will not always be a representation, and we may be, 1, 2, 3 on volume. Last couple of months we've been a close number 2. 2 months before that we were number 1. But we really think the right metric for us is revenue market share. So we want to be number 1 on revenue market share, which right now is in the region of 19.5 to 20%. On EVs, I think there are many factors which are going to drive penetration. And we've got to be, I think we're going to get a very good response when we open bookings. But then we also got to plan supply chain, delivery, help people get charging set up in their societies and homes. So there's a process. So it's a new segment, and we can't think about it exactly the way we think about ICE.
So are you on track for deliveries by Jan, Feb? Because the supply chain issue is coming back again. There's a little bit of a chip shortage issue. How are you handling that?
We are hoping to do our delivery starting last week of Feb. We'll do probably a first vehicle earlier, and you'll hear more about that soon. So that's the designer vehicle, right? So I don't know if you saw it. We've done a tech fashion show where we have a vehicle developed, designed by Pratap Bose and Rinjin Dagu, who is the top fashion designer. So that's going to be the first vehicle which we'll deliver. We'll do that first sometime in early Feb, and then start the rest of the deliveries towards the end of Feb.
So there are two concerns, right? On supply side, as you mentioned, and also on production. I understand that the XUV 400 shares its production capacity with the 300, and over there you're full on capacity. So is it going to be a struggle to roll out production for this one?
No, I don't think there's going to be any struggle in the plant. If at all there's a struggle, it's going to be related to availability of the battery pack and maybe some semiconductors, which is starting to impact again a little bit, nowhere near like what it was earlier, but that's what we'll have to watch for. So I think we'll get a very good customer response. How well we are able to execute that is something we need to stay focused on.
But this 30,000 segment is big, right? I mean,
C-suite
segment.
Yeah. So I think we'll get a good customer demand. We really need to still establish what is the run rate at which we'll be able to produce.
Okay, there are 2 more cars coming in December 2024 as well as in Jan 2025. Tell us about that, and what is the expectation from that one?
Yeah, so they are what we call the Born Electrics, and that's the whole new portfolio which we're creating on the InGlow platform. So like you said, there'll be 2 to 3 products between 23 which are defined, which are in stages of execution. 2 under the XUV brand. One is what we call XUV E8 and then XUV E9. And one which is under the B brand. So we're launching a new electric brand called B, and that's called BO5. So between 24-25 we'll see these 3 products come in, and they're very exciting to look at. We plan to get a couple of them to India for everyone to look at, and hopefully you can take a look in on that.
Okay, so that's an interesting